This lipstick makes me look so dead. Do I look dead? It really makes me look so dead. I heard somebody was mad that, you know, people say that black girls are magic. So I had to wear my shirt because stay mad. Welcome back to my channel. You can see I'm in a different location. My lighting has changed because I'm using the natural light, and the sun is doing what it wants to do. So hopefully the lighting in this video isn't compromised because the sun decided to go over to the other side, but whatever. This video is going to be about grad school. I got a request from this young lady down here to talk about application process and grad school in general. And so I was like, oh hey, that's actually a pretty good idea, because if you didn't know, I am currently in grad school right now. I'm gonna turn the light on because I don't like the way this looks. Hold on. Is that better? That's so much better. Oh my god, don't trust the sun. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about grad school and the application process and all of that jazz. I have a piece of paper to keep me on track, so I will reference that from time to time. This is some important things that I think you need to look at when you're applying to schools, or any school in general. So like college, this applies to college, this applies to master's programs, any other program. First thing I think you should think about in applying for a school is a support system. I say that because it is hard, and what could make it more difficult is to go to a city or, you know, a state that isn't familiar to you and not have access to some sort of support system. So that should go into your thought process on what schools you want to apply to and what program you want to go into. To have access to a support system or have an immediate support system, that's super important. That's really important for what I'm doing in my program, because it's been so hard. There's times that I just have to like go home and be with my parents and my siblings, and it helps decompress the stress, right? How you say it? Decompress. It brings down the stress level. Your application, is there somebody close to me that I can go to if shit starts to get real in the program? And shit starts to get real fast. I keep looking up. I'm sorry. You're right here. But yeah, you want somebody to go to just in case shit starts to get real, and it does. So you want to have a support system. It's hot in here. Ooh, Lordy. So now that we talked about support system, let's talk about examinations. 2 exams for your master's program that you have to take are the GRE or the GMATs. G stands for Graduate Record Examination. That's what the GRE stands for, Graduate Record Examination. And the GMAT is Graduate Management Application Test? Admissions Test. Graduate Management Admissions Test. The GRE is more of a broad exam. It's kind of like the SAT for grad school. So you take this, it's more focused on, it has a little bit of mathematics, essays, and vocabulary. Where the GMAT is more geared towards people who are going to pursue a business degree, MBA, anything in that kind of field. So you want to really make sure you look at what programs you want to take and what examinations they accept. My program is a hybrid program, which means I take business classes and communication classes in the College of Arts and Sciences. So I was able to either take the GRE or the GMAT. programs only require the GMAT, and other programs only require the GRE. And in some programs like mine, you can take either or. You can pick and choose. I personally chose the GRE because I am terrible at math, and the GMAT is more so math based because it is for people who want to pursue business or management master degrees. So you just want to make sure you know what program you want to apply for so that you know what test you need to study for. And for these, I would say set up your exam time before you start to study, because you don't want to study a book and then not have something set. You're studying towards a goal, right? So you want to set that up before you start to study. I studied about 3 months before my actual exam. So I think you should set up an exam time so that you can study towards something. You want to be able to remember enough, and you also don't want to cram, and you don't want to go too far back where you don't even remember anything. So you just want to have like a good chunk of time. You want to also give yourself time to understand the work, understand the process, understand the test, and understand what is in the test. The GRE was probably the most annoying thing that I've ever had to study for, and I took the SAT about 3 times. And even then, it wasn't as bad as the GRE. I was just more so annoyed with the GRE because it was just a lot of vocabulary, a ton of vocabulary. If that's one thing, study your vocabulary and brush up on your Latin because it is extremely helpful. On that, the GRE was more annoying because you kind of are studying the contents of the test and studying the test as a whole, and how the process works for the exam. Like when you get the examination book, there is chapters about the process of the exam and how some questions might change because of how well you did in certain sections during the exam. So if you're studying for that, just make sure you give yourself enough time to kind of really buckle down and understand what you're studying. So here are some tips that I have for when you're in your program or accepted into a graduate program. These tips can apply to college as well, for any kind of application process, and then when you actually are studying. The thing that I would say for sure when you begin your program and begin school is time management. It sounds simple and it sounds like something that every person should have, but it is extremely tough when you start grad school because the majority of the time you're either working full-time, going to school full-time, or working part-time, going to school full-time, or full-time working and going to school part-time is what I'm doing. I work full-time and I go to school part-time. And you also want to have a life. Management is extremely important so that you can just lay out all the things that you have to do. I literally write down everything. I have 3 calendars. My online cloud calendar that I keep up with that syncs to my phone, and then I have like a little Kate Spade handheld like physical calendar that I write the same things in, because sometimes I forget a lot of things, and it helps with assignments. It helps with, if you got a concert to go to and you have to go right after your class and you just forget or don't remember. Time management is extremely important. I am still learning how to perfect this now, and I'm like in my 2nd year of grad school, and I'm still trying to figure out how, to manage my time. This is like the final tip, and the most important is self-care. I had to learn this really fast, that you need to take a break. If your body is telling you that you need to take a break, then you need to take a break. Like take a day off from school and work and not do anything. Literally just watch TV, lay down, whatever it is that you need to do to clear your head and make sure that you are mentally okay. Mental health is extremely important when you're doing your program. You also want to have a good time. Like, you want to enjoy the time that you're here. It's tough as fuck. Like, it's so hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's not a simple thing. Just want to remember to take some time out for yourself and make sure that you are all good, because you should have fun. It's a good time. It's a learning experience every single day. I know I complain about like the struggle bus coming to pick me up, because it does. Sometimes I really just need to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna stay home and focus on what I need for myself. And that's the most important thing overall. You want to focus on what you need for yourself, even when you're applying, when you're taking the exam, which exam, all of this overall is what you want to do and what is good for you and what is healthy for you. I hope this like answered the question a little bit. I know it was like a little bit all over the place, but I hope it answered it and helped out somebody who is applying to either college or grad school. It's fun, it's hard, and I can't wait till I finish and get my degree. I'm done in the fall. That's like for sure the date is next fall. I will be completely finished with my program, so it's exciting. Oh, I think I spoke long enough. I've been really trying to keep my videos like under 10 minutes because, you know, people lose their attention span, and you know, they lose their attention span so fast. So I just want to keep it short and sweet and hit all the important points that I think are important for grad school. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can, you know, give me a little thumbs up. And follow me on my social medias, my Twitter and my Instagram at LoveKendra, LUVKENDRA. I'll put it somewhere here. And make sure you check out the rest of my channel. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And thank you for watching. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.